That bottle of rum sitting on your shelf right now might not be what you think it is. We analyzed 7 of Canada's most popular rum brands. We examined government testing databases. We broke down what is actually in these bottles. We investigated what companies do not want you to know. What we discovered will change how you shop forever. Number 7. Captain Morgan, the most popular rum brand in Canada. That iconic pirate pose has been in Canadian homes for decades. Parents have been mixing this into cocktails at family barbecues for generations. It is everywhere. Liquor Control Board of Ontario, Société des Alcools du Québec, every liquor store in every province. Around $29 for a 750 milliliter bottle of original spiced rum. Captain Morgan dominates 32% of the Canadian rum market. In 2015 alone, the brand sold over 12 million bottles in Canada. That is $320 million in sales from a single brand. But here is what they do not tell you. Captain Morgan Original Spiced is not rum. Not by international standards anyway. The flagship product is bottled at only 35% alcohol by volume. In most jurisdictions around the world, rum must be at least 40% alcohol by volume to legally be called rum. In Europe, much of Captain Morgan is sold as a premium spirit drink because it does not meet the legal definition of rum. In 2019, the company confirmed in writing that Captain Morgan Original Spiced contains rum, sugar, flavorings, and colorings. That is a direct quote from company correspondence. They admitted sugar is added to the finished product. Until 2023, Captain Morgan used artificial vanilla flavoring. For decades, Canadians were drinking synthetic vanillin in a product marketed as authentic Caribbean rum. The company only switched to real Madagascar vanilla in 2023 after reformulating the recipe. And when consumers asked Diageo what specific ingredients are in Captain Morgan, the company replied that the ingredients are proprietary. They refuse to disclose what you are actually drinking. The largest spirits company in the world will not tell consumers what is in their best-selling rum product. They add sugar, they add artificial colorings, they add unspecified flavorings, and they market it as original spiced rum. Here is the pattern. A product that fails to meet rum standards in other countries. Added sugar that is not disclosed on the label. Proprietary ingredients the company refuses to reveal. Premium pricing for a heavily modified spirit drink. And here is what most Canadians do not know. Captain Morgan is owned by Diageo, a British multinational corporation headquartered in London. This is not a Caribbean distillery crafting traditional rum. It is a corporate empire with over 200 brands optimizing for profit margins. That authentic pirate marketing you are paying for does not exist anymore. Number 6. Bacardi, the world's best-selling rum brand, founded in Cuba in 1862. That bat logo has been synonymous with rum for over 160 years. Around $28 for a 750 milliliter bottle at most Canadian retailers. Bacardi markets itself on Cuban heritage and family tradition. They claim to use only 3 ingredients: molasses from sugarcane, yeast, and water. Simple and pure. Bacardi has not been produced in Cuba since 1960. The Castro government seized all of the company's Cuban assets during the revolution. The Bacardi family fled. They rebuilt their rum empire in Puerto Rico and Mexico. So when you buy Bacardi in Canada, you are not buying Cuban rum. You are buying rum made in Puerto Rico, marketed with Cuban imagery. The entire brand identity is built on a country they have not operated in for over 60 years. But it gets worse. In 2014, rum industry testing revealed that Bacardi products contain between 17 and 22 grams of added sugar per liter. This places Bacardi among the brands that routinely add sugar to their finished rum. Finnish government laboratory testing through Alko, their state alcohol monopoly, has repeatedly measured added sugar in Bacardi products. These are not allegations. These are government-verified laboratory results. Bacardi and Pernod Ricard have been locked in a trademark war over Havana Club rum since the 1990s. Bacardi purchased rights from the original Cuban family who created Havana Club. Pernod Ricard partnered with the Cuban government. In 2024 and 2025, this dispute is still in United States courts. Bacardi filed lawsuits against the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The Federal Trade Commission is investigating claims that Bacardi misleads consumers about its Cuban connections. Pernod Ricard has argued that Bacardi's Puerto Rican version of Havana Club was never made in Cuba and uses a completely different recipe. The National Advertising Division escalated a challenge against Bacardi in 2024 for misleading marketing about Cuban origins. The company is worth over $3 billion, but not a penny of its sales goes to the Cuban economy. For over 50 years, Bacardi has devoted millions of dollars of its profits towards destabilizing the Cuban government. This has included funding efforts to undermine Cuba dating back to the revolution. You think you are buying authentic Caribbean heritage? You are buying a Puerto Rican product with added sugar and marketing built on a country the company was expelled from 6 decades ago. Number 5. Appleton Estate, Jamaica's oldest continuously operating rum distillery, founded in 1749 in the Nassau Valley. Over 275 years of rum-making tradition, around $35 for a 750 milliliter bottle of the signature blend. Appleton Estate positions itself as the authentic alternative. Single estate production, Jamaican terroir, master blender Joy Spence, the first woman in the world to hold that title. The company explicitly states their rums are made without artificial colors, sweeteners, or additives to influence the taste or aroma. This is printed directly on their bottles. Independent laboratory testing has confirmed Appleton products show no evidence of added sugar. Rum Runner Labs measured the density of Appleton Estate Reserve at 0.9944 grams per cubic centimeter. This is consistent with an unadulterated rum. The testing found no suggestive evidence of any added sugar. But here is the limitation. Appleton Estate is owned by Campari Group, an Italian multinational corporation. In 2012, Campari acquired the brand as part of a larger spirits portfolio. So while the rum is genuinely produced in Jamaica, the profits flow to Italy. The bottle says made with no added flavors. It does not explicitly say no additives. In the rum industry, sugar is often not considered a flavor. It is considered a processing agent. The careful wording leaves room for interpretation. Appleton Estate rums are significantly less funky than traditional Jamaican rums. They have been deliberately crafted to appeal to mainstream consumers rather than rum purists. Some critics argue Appleton has sacrificed authentic Jamaican character for mass-market appeal. For Canadian consumers seeking a legitimately produced rum, Appleton Estate represents a better option than many mass-market brands. But better than terrible still leaves questions about corporate priorities and the pressure to maintain mainstream palatability. Number 4. Havana Club. There are 2 completely different rums sold under the Havana Club name. One is produced in Cuba and sold everywhere in the world except the United States. The other is produced in Puerto Rico by Bacardi and sold only in the United States. In Canada, you can only buy the Cuban version, around $30 for a 750 milliliter bottle. This version is produced by a joint venture between Pernod Ricard and the Cuban government called Havana Club International. The original Havana Club was created in Cuba in 1934 by the Arechabala family. In 1960, the Castro government seized the company at gunpoint. The family fled Cuba. Many were imprisoned. The company's lawyer, Javier Arechabala, remained in prison when the United States trademark lapsed in 1973. The Cuban government took advantage of the lapsed trademark. They registered it themselves. In 1993, they partnered with French liquor giant Pernod Ricard to market Havana Club globally. So when you buy Havana Club in Canada, here is what you are supporting: a joint venture where 50% of the profits go directly to the Cuban government, the same government that seized the original company from the family that created it, the same government that imprisoned family members who resisted. Pernod Ricard calls their version the true spirit of Cuba because it is distilled in Cuba from 100% Cuban ingredients. Bacardi calls it an imposter rum poured into a bottle and marketed under a stolen name. In 2024, bipartisan United States legislation called the No Stolen Trademarks Honored in America Act was reintroduced. This bill would prevent brands seized by the Cuban government from being recognized in the United States. Is Cuban origin worth supporting the government that confiscated the brand from its creators? Is Pernod Ricard's partnership with Cuba legitimate business or profiting from expropriation? These are not simple questions. The rum itself has won awards. The Cuban production is legitimate, but the ownership history makes every bottle a political statement, whether you intend it or not. And before we continue to the next brand, which is honestly very surprising, take a second to subscribe and click like. It helps push this investigation to the people who need to see it. Number 3, Newfoundland Screech, Canada's most famous rum. An award-winning dark rum steeped in over 200 years of Newfoundland tradition. That iconic bottle has been a rite of passage for generations of visitors to the Rock. Around $25 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Screech is legendary. The Screech-in ceremony, where visitors recite a traditional Newfoundland oath, take a shot, and kiss a codfish to become honorary Newfoundlanders. It is genuinely part of Canadian cultural heritage. But here is what most Canadians do not know. The rum is imported in bulk from Jamaica. It arrives in barrels at the Newfoundland and Labrador Liquor Corporation facility in St. John's. There it is, blended with local water, caramel coloring, and flavorings. Then it is bottled and sold as Newfoundland Screech. Jamaica makes the rum. Newfoundland adds water, coloring, and flavorings. The bottle says Newfoundland Screech, but the actual spirit inside is Jamaican. Newfoundland Screech is a dark rum consisting of a blend of imported Jamaican rum, local water, caramel coloring, and flavorings with an alcohol content of 40% by volume. The caramel coloring is added to make the rum appear darker. Darker color typically suggests longer aging, but caramel coloring is not aging. It is cosmetic manipulation to create the appearance of premium aged rum. The original Screech was the raw rum that remained in the bottom of molasses barrels shipped from the Caribbean. Newfoundland fishermen would scrape out this residue and drink it. It was harsh, unrefined, and genuinely local because it was made from whatever remained in the barrels. Modern Screech is a manufactured product designed to evoke that heritage while being produced through industrial blending. The rough, authentic character has been replaced by controlled flavoring and coloring. Screech has won legitimate awards, but those awards are for a blended product that derives most of its character from additives rather than distillation or aging. For Canadian consumers, Screech represents cultural nostalgia more than rum quality. The Screech in ceremony is genuinely fun. The Newfoundland heritage is real, but the rum itself is Jamaican spirit with Canadian water and artificial coloring. Number 2, Malibu, the coconut rum that defined tropical cocktails for a generation. That distinctive bottle has been a staple of beach parties and backyard barbecues since the 1980s. Around $23 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Malibu markets itself as Caribbean rum with coconut. Summer in a bottle. The perfect base for piña coladas, smooth and sweet and ready to mix. Malibu is not rum. By law, rum must be bottled at not less than 80 proof, which is 40% alcohol by volume. Malibu Original is only 21% alcohol by volume. That is nearly half the legal requirement for rum classification. Malibu is legally a liqueur, specifically a coconut-flavored liqueur made with white rum. Pernod Ricard, who owns the brand, calls it a flavored rum only in jurisdictions where this designation is legally permitted. Malibu contains substantial added sugar. Multiple sources confirm the product is defined as a liqueur and not a spirit specifically due to its high sugar content and low alcohol levels. Rum has no added sugar. Malibu has significant added sugar. The coconut flavoring is also synthetic. Critics describe the coconut taste as strong and almost artificial. One reviewer gave Malibu a score of 2 out of 10 specifically because of its artificial coconut flavor. And here is the production history that contradicts the Caribbean marketing. Malibu was created in 1978 in Curaçao. Originally, it was made from fruit spirits flavored with rum and coconut. It was not even primarily rum-based. The product was designed as a shortcut for bartenders making piña coladas. Convenience over quality from the very beginning. Today, Malibu is mostly blended and produced in Canada. The The company's own frequently asked questions page confirms this. Some production also occurs in the United States and Spain. So when you buy Malibu thinking you are getting Caribbean rum, here is the reality. A Canadian blended liqueur with 21% alcohol, substantial added sugar, artificial coconut flavoring, and marketing that implies Caribbean origins. The rum component is minimal. The sugar and flavoring are dominant. And here's what Pernod Ricard admits about their sugar supplier. One of their sugar suppliers uses a process that is not considered vegan-friendly. This is common in the sugar industry, but it means even the sugar in Malibu comes from industrial processing that many consumers would find objectionable. Malibu sells 3.8 million cases worldwide annually. Canadians are buying millions of bottles of sugar water with coconut flavoring marketed as Caribbean rum. Number 1. Sailor Jerry, the spiced rum with the tattoo aesthetic. Named after Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, a legendary American tattoo artist. That distinctive bottle with rotating tattoo designs has developed a cult following, around $32 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Sailor Jerry markets itself as straight-up no-nonsense rum. Old school, historically accurate, the spirit of rebellion. But here is what the production actually involves. Sailor Jerry is made by selecting Caribbean rums and blending them together. Then the blend is infused with a proprietary mix of spices and other natural flavors. The company specifically describes adding vanilla and cinnamon, so you are not buying rum that tastes like vanilla and cinnamon because of aging or distillation. You are buying rum with vanilla and cinnamon added after the fact. Here is what rum reviewers have found. One detailed analysis concluded that all the flavors in Sailor Jerry come from the additives and not really anything from the manufacturing process or the raw materials. The complexity is artificial. The character is manufactured. In 2010, the recipe was radically altered for the United Kingdom market. The original formula that built the brand's reputation was changed. Longtime fans complained the new version tasted completely different. The company's own retailers acknowledge this. One major spirits retailer includes instructions for correcting the flavor of the new version by adding dark sugar and vanilla essence to the bottle. They are telling customers to add their own additives to fix what the company changed. But here is the deeper problem. Sailor Jerry is owned by William Grant and Sons, the same Scottish company that owns Glenfiddich whiskey. This is not a small craft operation honoring a tattoo artist's memory. It is a multinational spirits corporation using counterculture marketing to sell flavored rum. The rebellion aesthetic is corporate manufactured. The vintage tattoo imagery is licensed intellectual property. The old school authenticity is marketing designed by advertising agencies. And here is what the spiced rum category reveals about the industry. Adding spices to rum is an old tradition that sailors used to mask the harsh taste of crude early rums. Today, that tradition has been industrialized. Modern spiced rums are not harsh and do not need masking. The spices are added purely for commercial flavor profiles. Sailor Jerry at least maintains 40% alcohol by volume. It is legally rum, unlike Malibu, but the product you are drinking is primarily defined by industrial flavoring rather than distillation craft. For Canadian consumers who want spiced rum, Sailor Jerry is not the worst option. But understand what you are buying. Corporate manufactured rebellion, added flavors presented as authentic tradition, premium pricing for a blended flavored product. So, what should Canadian consumers actually buy? Here's the truth about rum in Canada. The mass market is dominated by two categories: heavily modified spiced rums with added sugar, colorings, and flavorings, and low-proof liqueurs marketed as rum but legally classified as something else. If you want actual rum, here is what to look for. Check the alcohol content. Real rum is 40% alcohol by volume minimum. Anything less is likely a liqueur, regardless of what the label says. Look for age statements. Rum that has been genuinely aged in barrels develops flavor naturally. Products without age statements often rely on additives for character. Research the producer. Single estate rums from Jamaica, Barbados, or other Caribbean islands with regulated production standards are more likely to be authentic than multinational brand products. Consider rum agricole. These French Caribbean rums are made from fresh sugarcane juice rather than molasses and have strict regulations prohibiting additives. But here is the uncomfortable reality. Authentic rum costs more than modified products. When Appleton Estate charges $35 and Captain Morgan charges $29, the price difference reflects different production standards. You get what you pay for. 7 brands. Most owned by multinational corporations. Most using added sugar, colorings, and flavorings. Products that do not meet rum standards in other countries sold as rum in Canada. Marketing built on heritage that no longer exists. This is Canada's rum industry, and most Canadians have no idea. But here is what should truly concern you. If the rum industry operates like this, what about the whiskey industry? It is bigger, hidden, deeper, and far more dangerous. We investigated. What we found will shock you, because what Canadians do not know is costing them their health. And corporations are profiting from that ignorance. Thanks for watching, and stay informed.